December 4th, 1971, Frank Zappa plays Montreux, Switzerland at the best place in town at the casino. And some stupid with a flare gun burned the place to the ground. This is the epic story of Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. They were there that night to see Frank Zappa, to watch him play, and the story in the song, Smoke on the Water, tells the whole story. About Funky Claude trying to get people out of it. Anyway, today we're going to check out all the stuff regarding the riffs, regarding the song, and regarding soloing strategies and Ritchie Blackmore and all kinds of stuff. Stay tuned. So what people, when they think of the main riff to Smoke on the Water, what they start with is they think of it as power chords. So they play it like this. And that's wrong. I think it's wrong. Ritchie Blackmore thinks it's wrong. What he does instead of fifths is he inverts fifths, and these are what I call inverted power chords, which are really parallel fourths. So it spells out that melody. It's kind of like a power chord. It is a power chord because fourths, when you invert the notes, they are still the roots and fifths. They're just in a different order. So instead of playing a power chord like that, I'm going to take this note and put it up top, and that's the same two notes in a different order. So that is what he's playing. Notice I slide there. I slide from the 6th fret to the 5th. All right. The verse of it, he's kind of laid back, and it's important to know the things about Deep Purple. First of all, Ritchie Blackmore was the original guitar player. He wasn't the only virtuoso in the band. The band was full of all-stars. It's like John Lord was the keyboard player, is every bit of the musician that Ritchie Blackmore was. He takes from jazz, he takes from blues, he takes from classical music, and he mashes it all together. And he was, if you listen to the stuff that is in Smoke on the Water, there are many cool things that are John Lord, just as many as there is Ritchie Blackmore. So he's doing all that rhythm guitar stuff that is not rhythm guitar, it's keyboards. It's really cool comping stuff and soloing and all that kind of thing. If you check them out in 1974, the live footage of it, of certain things on YouTube, all you see is John Lord soloing on top of it. So hats off to John Lord. The whole band is great. But anyway, the point that the chorus is largely John Lord, but Ritchie Blackmore plays a laid-back kind of thing, and this is what I call the jingle bell rhythm. So jingle bell is jingle bell, jingle bell. That's the jingle bell rhythm. So you do 5 of the jingle bells on the 5th fret. One jingle bell on the 3rd fret, and then a jingle bell jingle. And with this hand, what I'm doing is I'm palm muting. Now, that's the verse of it. Goes through that part 4 times. Then you get to the chorus. It is a C major chord, A flat chord, G minor chord. C major chord, A flat chord, G minor chord. Now, what we can play is we can just play power chords, and that's fine. So it's going to be I'm gonna wanna fire in the sky. And you can also put that riff in there, even though I think that's a bass line. And then it goes back to the riff. So more verses, verse goes back to the other stuff. Then we get to the solo section. Whenever you check out solo sections of anything, you want to know what key you're playing in, what chords you're playing over top of. So in the solo section, the rhythm guitar and the keyboard stuff is going to be like this. John Lord is probably playing G minor, C major. All right, so those are your main chords, and that little flowing vamp, that is for 4 times. Now, the other thing that's real important to understand about Ritchie Blackmore, and really this song, is it is kind of a jam song. Okay, he wrote it purposely to be simple enough that he can re-elaborate on it, but every time you listen to him play it, or other people play it, or his replacements play it, which there was Tommy Bolin, there was Joe Satriani, there was Steve Morris, and there's Simon McBride most recently. Every one of them plays this solo different. He plays the solo different. He does it differently every time. So we're not going to learn the solo note for note. He doesn't play it note for note. He can't play it note for note. The best we can probably do if we were to play this in a cover band is hit the key things at the end of the solos, get the key sounds, but you want to learn how to solo over top of. So we're in the key of G minor. What I would do first is map out all my G minor pentatonic hotspots on my neck, and then practice with a backing track. And as far as techniques go, Ritchie Blackmore is just one of those English blues guys that stole from Chicago blues. And I say stole, he borrowed from it. We all borrow, we all steal. So lots of his stuff is deeply rooted in the blues. So it would be something like working our pentatonics. Now, other things we can do with this to make it sound more like Ritchie Blackmore is he's also going to put in some notes of the natural minor scale, and you can also experiment with harmonic minor. So that natural minor scale would sound like this. So this is a song that exploration, check out lots of stuff in your G minor. Another thing that he does in the original solo is one of the times that he goes to the C chord, he goes to the C minor pentatonic, not the B minor pentatonic, the C minor pentatonic. Like when he goes to that, he plays some C minor pentatonic ideas. So that's another thing. But the natural minor scale, lastly, we talked about injecting in some of the harmonic minor. That really makes it sound like Ritchie Blackmore as well. He likes the exotic kind of scales, so you can experiment with that. What the natural harmonic minor is, it's your natural minor scale with a raised 7. He likes making references to medieval sound, so this is kind of like your Dungeons and Dragons scale. 15 years before Yngwie. All kinds of things you can explore with. You can also learn the solo note for note if you don't have any ideas, like soloing. If soloing eludes you and what phrases make up a solo, and playing in phrases, if that's not where you're at, check out the solo note for note. It is a cool one. Just know that nobody, except for Joe Satriani. Joe Satriani, when he played the solo, he tried to keep to the original 1972 version of the song. So anyway, so Smoke on the Water, greatest rock riff ever, possibly. Greatest garage band hit ever, possibly. Now we're going to add jam band, being able to jam with it and being able to be loose with it in order to learn it. Like the pros, that's what you got to do. So anyway, this is Rod, Boomer Guitar Sessions. If you like this content, if you like Ritchie Blackmore, if you like Stratocaster guitars, if you like soloing, if you like really cool rock riffs, please hit the like, subscribe, share 50 of your closest friends, all your Deep Purple and metal fans and early metal fans and rock fans and guitar solo-y fans and rhythm guitar fans and just rock fans in general and guitar and all that. Anyway, help me out. I appreciate it. See you next time. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can do this.